The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
On the ready.
Check, 59. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Slam.
Snap.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Got it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike, 54. Watch the flood. Motion, blood.
2nd and 6. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Be careful.
Operating from the gun. Drew. And that's caught by Smith. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Witherspoon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Let's go.
Get it.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't let it free. Play that time deep.
2nd and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Undercross.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Drew airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. The quarter. Hey, switch the quarter.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, in play of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in the game.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. We own them. We own them. 54 Mike, 54 Mike.
Go.
54, 54.
On third down, Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. J.J. Watt in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Harris now to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. On schedule. I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. Guessing about where you're going to go, I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll try to run with Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
You draw forfeit. Now.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards as his guys are able to
meeting with the offensive coordinator. Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now it's Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Well, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st and 10, Drew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Middle.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Rosen. Able to slither by. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Grady Jarrett. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready up.
54. Mike 54. Watch his slant.
General West.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Mike.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check tight. Check tight. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 25. Check 25.
Check safety. Check safety.
Hey. High 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch this.
From the gun, Drew. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 7. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rosen will throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And a Panther first down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rosen just getting the snap off and one. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Grady Jarrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Switch up. Alert. 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 54 Mike.
Now Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, it's Henderson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the ship.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's gonna be a long day for you. Pick the edge.
Chopper, chopper.
59 Mike. Check. 59. Tackles.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
60 Pittsburgh.
54. I got wide. Watch twist. No. Off.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Drew. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Right there. 54 Mike. Safety's creeping. 54.
On third down, Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Rosen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again, it's Rosen. And he's got his target. That's more. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, Maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check.
Second and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Running the jet sweep with Jones, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Watch the run.
From the gun, Drew. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Pull it together.
Now a run with Henderson. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Right here, right here.
On 2nd down now. It's Henderson, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Set to 18, Gator.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Shoot.
Greystone travel.
On 3rd down, Witherspoon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Double.
59, check, 59. You're trapped.
6-6, pull it high.
5-9. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Ready.
On 1st down, Drew. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run with Harris, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 5. Forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 5-4.
Operating from the gun, Drew. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.